look how little you were.
Oh, my Gotcha Day party last year. I remember that. Mama, tell me my adoption story again.
Well, 8 years ago, I went to Moscow to adopt you. You were so little, just 2 months old. I went to the orphanage and couldn't wait to meet you. I waited and waited. And finally they brought you in.
Really heartfelt, and I can't think of another way
When I held you in my arms for the first
describe
time,
the adoption
love.
story to a child.
From that
I'll have to
moment,
admit I was teary-eyed
I
in
knew
some
you were my little girl.
certain parts, and I thought it was really mature of Anya's mother to share that story with her daughter, and you could kind of feel, you know, it was a huff to her to do so. Like, she had to be ready for it as well, because it's kind of sharing the other mother, you know, and you know that Anya's going to want to meet her other mother as well at some point. So really mature for Anya's mother to kind of take that in and realize that her daughter was ready to experience, you know, that part of her relationship with her other mother. And she was the one who really kind of got the ball rolling and started things. So I was glad that they were able to share that moment and look into the hope chest together. And I also felt like Anya's character was really very true to being a kid, and also her joke about the vodka also captured that essence of a child who still like longs to have adult experiences and wants to grow up too fast. Also, I'll say that the poetry included was really complimentary to the story. Just a very positive and loving perspective on this one.
It is so touching, this film. The piano and classical music underscore throughout, tugs on the heartstrings, and the story is so thoughtful, the way it's told, about how a young child wants to know all about her biological mother, and how the two different kinds of love refers to the love of the biological mother who gave her up to allow her to have a better life, and also the love of the adopted mother, and how they intersect. And the poem at the end, the Legacy of an Adopted Child poem, is posted on the wall at the end of this film. The actual animation is so gorgeous. It really does have a Disney feel. The shots of her as a baby, she's so cute. And the caresses and the hugs between both the adoptive and the biological mother is so touching. And the shots of the photos as they look through the album, it is a gorgeous little film, and well done.
Amazingly emotional. It was so natural and beautiful. The story is lovely, and the theme, although it was difficult and complex, I really enjoyed how it's told, and the characters are honest and quite relatable. It was good.
So cute. I love the animation. It almost felt like something from Toy Story. I thought it did an amazing job of catching those moments around adoption with a lot of empathy, both from kind of seeing the experience from the kid's perspective, from her adopted mother's perspective, from her biological mother's perspective, and I thought that was really well captured in the non-verbal cues and the body language of the animated characters, especially in the small, like, winces and sad looks or happy looks or little emotions that they were doing, and I thought that was amazing. And then the writing was really beautiful too, in terms of the note from the biological mother to her daughter, and I thought that was just really great.
I enjoyed the contrast of seeing this sort of style of animation that at least I think I'm used to, or I associate with comedy genres, action genres, but using it here and with all the expressiveness that comes with those, again, style of characters, using it here to tell this sort of story, I thought was just really smart, and again was executed really well. It just added this sort of surrealness to a very real situation, and I think the message there is obviously really relatable and would ring true to anyone finding themselves in this situation. So I think watching this would probably be really helpful for the real world equivalents of the characters portrayed here. Just really smart, well done, well produced, worth checking out.
Just a sweet, charming story, nice subtleties. Thought the emotion really came through. Thought the characters did a nice job in bringing these animated characters to life, and thought the music was a nice touch in adding pace and emotion to the piece, and thought it was a well animated, well told, well written story with a strong, charming message.
I thought it was like just a beautiful story from the very beginning. One thing I liked the most about this story is that it was such a different viewpoint than the stories that we usually see on like movies and TV and stuff, where the mother was honest with her daughter from a very young age. And, you know, I feel like usually in these stories, like, they lie or they wait to tell them. And I really liked how, you know, the daughter was aware of of her life and her childhood and, just everything that happened in her life because her mother was so honest with her. And the poem was beautiful, and it really helped to bring the story together because we get a piece of her birth mother and then the mother who raised her. And yeah, I really just love this story. It was very heartwarming and written very well.
It's so important that we have stories about adoption, not just being told, but being told and geared towards children, I think especially, is important because we need to make sure that all children are reminded that there are a lot of different ways in which they can be brought up in the world and cared for and shaped, and that there isn't only one right way. And one of the ways we can do that is through entertainment, is through this kind of storytelling. We can show them, even we can not only represent those that are like the little girl in this that are adopted, but we can also show those that are not adopted, that there are other ways in life in which, again, someone is raised and taken care of and brought up to be the amazing person that they become. There is no single right way necessarily. So that's what I think is so important about films such as this one. And it has a beautiful score to it. The voice work is great. It's just all around a wonderful, just under 6 minutes short.